lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Smith in at the point. Clock is at 3. For the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Rozier. Hayward with the ball. Charlotte moving it around. Passes it to Richards. From deep three-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Timberwolves ball.
Minnesota with the ball. It's a three-point game, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
Turnaround Jay, count that bucket.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Outside ball. Off target from outside.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Smith against Hayward. Back to Smith. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Smith's got 5.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Here's Richards. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Smith with it. Now defended by Hayward. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Anthony Edwards.
I think it's easy to admire everything Gordon Hayward brings to the table. This guy can score at all 3 levels, and he can also defend. He's crucial to this team.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
Good to see Hayward out there on the floor. For the past few years, this guy has dealt with a ton of injuries.
And it's a shame, B.A., because when he's completely healthy, he's proven he's capable of making an all-star team. Consider this. In every season but his rookie year, he's been a double-digit scorer, and he always does it in very efficient fashion.
There's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
Smith the pass to McDaniels. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Smith for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And Charlotte's passing has improved a lot in the last few seasons. Greg, even more.
Yeah, their assist numbers have been terrific, and they keep their turnovers to a minimum. That's a trend you want to see continue.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Hornets trail by 9. Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Steve Clifford gave me a few minutes before the game. He's looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said, we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim, make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two. Guys, we'll see how it comes out.
Interesting report, David, looking to set the tone defensively. Greg, they don't really want to shoot out.
You know, I expect them to be aggressive, closing out on shooters and blocking out on that defensive backboard.
Oh, those are great points, and they're things you really want to establish right out of the gate.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside, does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Timberwolves leading by 12. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. That's 7 points for Anthony Edwards.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, we saw lots of lead changes. I mean, they'd get behind, they'd battle back, they'd get ahead for a bit, and then give up a few baskets in a row. Ultimately, though, they found themselves on top and got the W.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Outside ball. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. Ball against Smith. He kicks to McDaniels. Back to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, in the paint, it's the length and the agility of LaMelo Ball to get things done around physical defenders.
Bounce pass, Smith. Towns kicks to Smith. From deep. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Hayward outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Smith the pass to McDaniels. Smith scanning the floor. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Hornets trail by 19. Ball dishes to Hayward. Here's Rozier, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. Smith outside, takes the 3. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And there's the pass to Rozier to halt the run. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 22. Smith outside. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Puts up a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Ball. Coming off 31 points last game. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the Hornets call time here. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Charlotte making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Once again for
Here's Rozier. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them. I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Now Smith, after Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go. Towns kicks to McDaniels. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
McDaniel.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Charlotte shooting pretty grave so far, about 23%. Pass to Rozier. And again, the Hornets missing.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Back to McDaniels. Pass to Smith. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Clock at 6. Smith the pass to Towns. And another three for Minnesota.
Anthony.
Having a lot of trouble stopping
For
the
three.
three-point shot.
Now Ball. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Passes to Williams. And here is Washington. Charlotte moving it around. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now here's Towns. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
Now Hayward. After the missed three from Smith. Hayward goes in over Gobert. And too long on the shot.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Smith finds Gobert. Fires it up. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Gobert. That's 28 points for Smith.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
The pass to Rozier. Right side, Williams. Ball with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Ball's got 5.
This guy is always ready to shoot the three. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Towns against Washington. Smith outside. Pass to McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. The feed to Smith. Gobert trying to get open. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Rozier against Edwards.
2 minutes.
Smith on the
remaining in
wing.
first. 2 minutes.
Rozier against Edwards. Smith kicks to Towns. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here, and it's good. 2 points. 32 points for Smith.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Hayward finds Rozier. Misses the three.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Thor's checked in. And Mikhailuk's subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And then for Minnesota, Reed, he's checked in for Towns. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. And it's Conley in for Edwards. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And again, the Hornets missing.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Smith outside. That one, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. Pass to Mikhailuk.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
He's perfect from the line this time. It's been all Timberwolves. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Smith, the pass to Gobert. Good.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Outside, Ball. Passes it to Mikhailuk. The tray. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Mikhailuk's got 5.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Anderson has it in the corner. Smith against Martin. Smith dishes to Gobert. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, the painted area might as well be Rudy Gobert's domain. He uses every bit of that size and length to assert his dominance.
Here's Ball outside for Martin. The wing jumper off target. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Your Hornets use.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Anderson is out there with Taurean Prince. Then it's Conley, then it's Smith, and it's Reed in its center. There's Ball with the 3. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame.
Different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
And that one falls for Martin.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfectly aligned so far here in the second quarter.
Ball's checked in for Martin.
Now, into the lineup for your Hornets.
Charlotte has gone 4-7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Well, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That's 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
Boom, boom, boom.
Smith outside.
Washington.
Now the pass to Towns. Back to Smith. Over Rozier. Here's Towns. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard. thus far.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
A clear look for ball. And rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Rozier against Smith. Gobert the pass to Smith. And he banks in the layup. 37 points for Smith.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Ball finds Rozier.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
That shot no good. Great D that time from Edwards.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Smith outside. Out to the right wing. Towns wide open. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Washington. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Ball. And stolen by Hayward. And he uses the glass on the lane.
We know this about Gordon Hayward. He can score from 3, he can get to the mid-range, and he can score if you allow him that kind of interior position.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Back to Smith. Stolen by Washington. Hayward with the ball. Working on McDaniels. Hayward can't hit.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And Ball with the block.
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rozier the pass the ball. Hayward outside. Now here's Rozier. 19 seconds left here in the second. And the 3 ball is good. Ball's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Edwards kicks to Smith. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Minnesota on top, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. And it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Smith outside. Back to Gobert. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's good from long range. Edwards got 12.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Right wing. Deep 2 from Ball. Minnesota with the rebound. McDaniels got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Smith against Ball. Lets it go. They get it back. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's a case where Rudy Gobert is outworking the defense, keeping the play alive, and finishing strong.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, GA. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
One shot.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of his generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
McDaniels passes to Smith. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Richards passes the ball. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And they might be down big, but you'd love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Rozier finds Washington. Outside, Ball. Shot clock at 6. And Ball slams it in.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Smith dishes to McDaniels. Back to Smith. The 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Hayward outside. Pass to Rozier. Lets it go with the 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
To the wing on the left. Smith outside. From downtown. Kept alive, Minnesota. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
It used to be a smart play to foul Rudy Gobert because he struggled from the free throw line. This guy's so much better now.
The Timberwolves have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts. 81%.
The first free throw is good. Doris, the NBA keeps talking about the idea of an in-season tournament, taking a cue, I guess, from European soccer. Do you like that? Do you think it would work?
Well, the European soccer situation has the advantage of tradition and history. There's meaning behind it. Obviously, I'm open to a little drama in the middle of the NBA season. The challenge is convincing the players and their representation in the Players Association.
Substitution on the
Changing it
court.
up here. It's been all Timberwolves. Smith outside. Pass to Gobert. Back to Smith. Over Williams. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves able to put on a show for the ages. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Right back after this break. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reached
Substitution on
group
the court.
substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And Smith subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. And the basket by Rozier.
That gives him his second three of the half with 3 total for the game.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Naz Reid. Prince out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Smith. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2 spot.
He got loose from downtown in the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Rozier finds ball. Down low.
I tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
Lobbed up there for Anderson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The assist.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Hornets have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Hayward passes the ball. Fires for 3. That shot is off. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Inside. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Charlotte has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Rozier. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Lobbed up there for Anderson.
Kyle Anderson.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball from long range. Kept alive.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Smith kicks to Reid. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Reed's gone 3 of 4, shooting 75% from deep here. And the pass to Rozier. Charlotte no good that time either.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To the paint. Here's Washington. No good again that time. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Smith the pass to Prince. Back to Smith. Timberwolves passing it around.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Rozier with room to fire. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lobbed up there for Anderson. And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Rivers, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Pass to McGowan. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Reeves got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Smith kicks to Rivers. Back to Smith. And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
Here's Mikhailuk.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Thor. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Wide open look. The rebound by Prince. Minnesota with the ball. There's the lob to the hoop.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Bouknight passes to McGowan. Here's Mikhailuk. Takes a 3. Here's Jones. And then Jones with the jam.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Smith.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And the basket by McGowan. Now the Timberwolves with it. Pass to Smith. Fires from deep. And another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. 32 seconds left in the fourth. Left side, Jones. There's the pass to McGowan. Here's Mikhailuk. Lets it go from deep. Reed with the rebound. Here's Smith. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and